So spooky things, not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of scary shows or games or even movies. You know, I don't like any of that stuff. I don't. Oof. It's just not me. You know, I kind of get too scared sometimes, but I just don't like it. Kind of playing off that, we just kind of finished, I guess, more of a thriller anime. I kind of wasn't expecting it, you know, it was different. It was good. I would say it was good. I would say definitely it was good. We just finished the anime called Another. DJ Khaled's favorite, okay? DJ Khaled loves this show. It's not really true, but, you know, another one. So, Another's more of a thriller kind of anime. Like I said, I'm not really too crazy of these, just because there's too spooky for me, man, too spooky. So I just tend to stay away. But I heard this one was really good, so I wanted to watch it. I gotta tell you guys, I really enjoyed it. They did a great job with, I guess, keeping the suspense going throughout the whole thing. 12-episode series, it flows fairly well. So if you would ask me would I recommend this show, I would say yeah. You like kind of a thriller thing? Yeah, definitely go for the show. This would be a great one. Again, I felt like they did a great job keeping the suspense. They always kept me asking, like, what's gonna happen next, who, what, like, how, you know, that type of shit. I think they did a phenomenal job of that. Because, honestly, as long as you keep the viewer asking, that means they're paying attention, that means they're still interacting with the show. So I feel like it was a good show, because they kept me coming back for it. So what is this basically about? It is about this class that's cursed, in a sense. It's a cursed class that basically will always have death, like, in the class. If that makes sense. So basically, once the school year starts or something, there's someone that is dead in the class or something like that. The dead person is there, and everyone else dies. Kind of. Not everyone, but a lot of people die. And once a month, one student a month until the end of the school semester, and then they also have relatives of the student that die along with. So there's a lot of death going on in this show. Now, who dies? Willy-nilly, it doesn't matter. And it could be anyone. It could be fucking Indiana Jones. It doesn't matter. As long as it's related. As long as the person's related to the class. Like, the student, and then this is the older sister of the student. Boom, both dead. That's how it's done. So that's kind of like the premise, and every year they keep trying to, like, come up with plans and countermeasurements on how to not die. And it doesn't really work out. They think they had hope at one point, and then it kind of dwindled because, kind of like scientific theory, you know, you have a theory, and then you do an experiment, and then it works once, you do it again, and it doesn't work, that means it's, you know, doesn't work. So they had a theory, they did it, it worked. The next year they did it again, it didn't work, and then they're like, well, fuck, back to square one. And that's kind of like the whole thing, is them trying to, like, one, survive and stick to their theories and trying to, like, do anything they can to not even, you know, have an issue with anyone dying. As for characters, I really liked May. I liked her creepiness. I like her. She was so opposite of everyone else or any other character that she obviously seemed like the guy. You know, she was the person that they were all looking for. But it wasn't so. Was not so. And then it got me questioning, like, maybe it was Koichi. It might have been Koichi, you know, but I'm not sure. And again, these two characters alone, the main characters, and kind of how they're acting, it makes you question them. And again, I love how the story kind of plays off of that too, and it's great. I really kind of don't want to give it away, because there are some big plot points that really change it and stuff like that, just because of the rules they lay down. So this is a heavy spoil-based show. Like, I mean, technically I've already given away quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying it has anything to do with who the man behind the gun is. You know, I haven't said who's the bad guy, or you know how to end the curse. But I have given hints to, you know, other shit. I'm not saying go back and pick this shit apart. I'm just saying, like, this is how much this is dependent on these little facts and these little things, and how each bit of information goes into the bigger picture. It's great. I would totally recommend this show. Again, it's a thriller. It's a action. Yeah, I guess. So it's considered a horror, mystery, school supernatural thriller. That is coming from the Mao. Which, if you don't know, you should. My anime list. The best of the best. Yeah, this show has a lot going on with it. If I had to question any part of it, I mean, it's an anime, it's fiction, you're dealing with curses and ghosts type shit. Like, yeah, nothing is real. Come on, like, why are you questioning it? So, the only kind of thing I have with it would be, May's eye. It just kind of, really, she's the only person with the power, and I just don't see, like, I feel like we were kind of in the blind, like, in the dark with that kind of setup, you know? And I mean, again, it didn't bother me too much. It was just right there at the end, why didn't why wasn't this more apparent earlier? Or like, why didn't I get any information on this, you know? Shit like that. And I mean, it's not a big deal, but it was just one of those things that you just thought of. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on another. Nothing really. Again, I really don't want to dive into it, but there's nothing like too outstanding of it besides like the plot and the story and the thrill of it. That's really it. You're always asking who's gonna die next, if anyone. You're not really caring what is happening with everyone else. You're kind of like just there along for the ride as a spectator. And it's very, I tell you, I was spooked at times. I got the spooks. I was scared. It was a very spooky one. I don't know, I'm always spooked. So that's just me. For you all out there, again, I recommend it. So definitely, if you haven't already, pop this one on your list. If you have seen it, tell me what you think. What are your thoughts and shit like that? You know. Yeah, it's a basic rundown, I guess. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next week's review.